Okay. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we're just going to get started. There'll be some people that will probably jump on as we get going. But Deb, I'm going to let you take off and get started with the beginning of our little talk tonight. Oh, wait, where are you? Wait. All right, you're unmuted. You're good.
Good evening, everyone. Nice to see you there. Welcome to our Freedom Revolution call. My name is Debbie, as Carolyn said, and along with Carolyn and Nancy, a couple of us will be sharing some stories and talking and just giving you some cool information that I'm sure you're going to want to hear about. We're here tonight to talk about family health and how we can really take control of our well care rather than dive into that pool of sick care. This is very informal and relaxed, so just sit back, think of some questions you might want to ask us at the end, and we hope you enjoy listening. And if you think of someone that you know needs to hear the same message, let us know that too at the end, and we can get them on another call. I want you to think for a minute, how hard do you think it is today to be healthy? It's very challenging, isn't it? We all want to look good, and we want to feel good, and we want to live a long life, and we are here to help you do that. All of us on tonight are part of the healthy living revolution. We're taking our health back in ways that are doable, and our goal is to help other people make simple changes and to just achieve better health. We've got lots of simple changes we have resources for. We have nutritional support and just an amazing, caring organization that can help us do all those things. Our Healthy Living Revolution team has created excellent resources for our family to use. Like, there's a great cookbook that has recipes that I've tried that I even like, and so does my family. They're easy and they're healthy and they taste great. There's short webinars. They're on trending health topics, a home fitness series, and our Start Strong program, which is designed to raise up a generation of active, healthy children that have positive body images and good nutritional habits. That's pretty hard today, the way commercials are and talking about skinny people, and it's not such a healthy world out there. The person who invited you to this call tonight can connect you to the Healthy Living Revolution website, where you'll see all these great resources and even more. Nutrition is the foundation of our good health. We need to flood our bodies with a wide variety of raw fruits, vegetables, and berries every day. And that's not just good for us, it actually can save our lives. But it's hard to do. Think about this. How many days in the past week have you eaten 9 to 13 servings of fresh fruits, vegetables, and berries? Yeah, even the best eaters need help. And that's why we're so thankful for the nutritional support of Juice Plus. And next, I'd like to have Nancy share some science behind our Juice Plus. Nancy?
Let me find her.
Hi, Debbie. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And, they were kidding with me earlier tonight here before we started the recording, because I get a little long-winded, a little passionate about this component of the research and how important it is to understand why the science behind Juice Plus is important. You can pretty much take the simplicity of it, knowing that fruits and vegetables are great for you, but it really does help you keep up the consistency and the long-term ingestion of this product if you understand a little bit about the research. And Juice Plus has 30 different raw, vine-ripened fruits and vegetables in its capsules. And this is gluten-free and non-GMO. And with today, again, we heard about just the other day about cantaloupe contamination and pre-cut fruit from some of these whole food places. You heard about the salmonellas and the lettuce out in Yuma, Arizona. So contamination is really a very real thing that is weighing on people's minds heavily. And so, and especially if you can't get, it from your backyard, you're always going to question whether or not it's clean, if it was able to be vine ripened to the peak harvesting time to get all the nutrition. And so not only are we going to talk about how that is taken care of, but also the science proving that the nutrition that you're consuming has a great impact on your body. And Juice Plus has done really great scientific research, not just average Joe stuff. They went to the highest degree of quality and embrace the scientific community using all the standards that give it a lot of validity among scientists and doctors alike. And with it being handled in that manner, they've been able to reproduce their science and research and clinical studies over and over and over again, so that we're on clinical study number 37 and 38 right now, with more in the works. And every single one of them have shown to have a positive impact, not just a little possibility or a maybe that can be disputed by others, but a very high degree of positive outcome. And so, saying all this, I could go into all the research and all the components of it that make it so amazing, but it's really not that important. What's important to know is it has this quality about it that is accepted in the science and research community, and that they're published in journals that these people are reading all the time, and very, very well respected. And you can't find a medication out there that has the reproducibility in clinical studies to the degree that Juice Plus has. So what this all boils down to is, again, peace of mind, knowing, number one, that you're getting a clean, ripened, vine ripened produce that has all the nutritional value in this variety on a daily basis. It's really healing the body from the inside out through food. And we need more of it. Every time you turn around, there's another chronic condition out there that is inflammatory triggered, whether it's autoimmune disease, pain, chronic pain pathways, the fibromyalgias to the lupus, to just chronic pain in general that they can't even find a diagnosis for, fatigue syndromes, leaky gut syndromes. These things are all nutritionally linked from inflammatory process, from free radical damage. Okay, so we're always we're kind of like a car that is combusting on the inside. Metabolism is always driving this vehicle, so to speak, and we're exhausting and having fumes like a car. And if we don't have the proper system of getting rid of the fumes and replacing the gas, then the motor just doesn't run and we break down. So, some people need the average amount of Juice Plus to combat their stress or conditions. Other people might need 3, 4, 5 times the amount to really impact their body in a manner that's going to override all the destruction that's being done or has occurred over their life. And those with congenital disabilities, we have learned are already at a disadvantage. And so they too need an additional amount above the average. And so Juice Plus is safe. There's no toxicity. It's just fruits and vegetables in a capsule or a chewy that you can take in volume with no risk. There is no toxicity. There's no side effects. Your body knows what to do with it. And they're studying that. They're studying the DNA. They're studying the genes to show and prove scientifically that nutrition does get to the cellular level, and that's the key to longevity and health. So, it's just, a great resource for us to have this, and it's a blessing. They have not only the fruits and vegetables in a capsule, or a chewy, they also have a food for you called Complete, and there's protein shakes or bars. So when you're looking for something to eat, because obviously, we still need something to eat and grab and go and feed our body. So you can take that, and then there's the omegas. This is our newest little product that's very exciting. It really rounds out your whole nutrition profile that you need, and your fatty acids, your amino acids, and your omegas there, giving you the right combination of omegas in a plant-based. I forgot to say that. So, a plant-based omega is just critical. I know in the UK and in Europe, they're already starting to ban many of the fish oils due to toxicity, due to depletion of the fish as a commodity, as a resource. And, Juice Plus recognized this and went ahead and went right to the algae that the fish were eating, and that's a plant, and made us a wonderful omega blend that has additional plant bases to give us all of the components of what we want. And I always forget the numbers. So, I'm a number
3, 5, 6, 7, and 9.
3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. I want to put 4 in there. So, and the DHA and the EPA, DHA, and
EHA.
anyway.
Yeah.
So it's brain food. This is brain food. We just need it. Our brains are 80-90% fat, and so they need this nutrition. And we can talk more specifically if there's time here, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the next speaker if they're here.
Yeah, Kathy Witt's going to share a little bit about her experience with Juice Plus, and then usually Terry Aquis has the bottles and the labels and all that kind of stuff. Do any of us have that to show tonight?
No, I can tell them.
I'll grab it while Kathy.
You grab it.
I'll grab it while Kathy's sharing her story. But so let me find Kathy here. There you are. I will unmute you. And if you would share with us while I get our bottles.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I've been really sick, really sick for probably about a year and a half with an upper and lower GI issues. Actually, I've been diabetic for, it's going on 20 years. And at first, with the diabetic, it was very hard for them. They used they used the sliding scales, they used the 70-30, they used this, they used that, they used Lantus, and nothing seemed to be working. So for the last 7 years, I've had a insulin pump, which is fantastic. I don't ever want to be without it. However, all of the times that it was either very high or very low, did a number on my upper GI and lower GI. So I was growing it's called SIBO, and it was growing bacteria on the small intestine. So besides having that, then I also had the IBS and a hiatal hernia, and all three of them did not like each other. So all the gastric people wanted to do was put me on a really expensive, like $1,600 expensive antibiotic. And at first it worked just for the moment, because it came back and they wanted to do another round. But after talking to a pharmacist, they said that would not be good for me, because that antibiotic was so strong that it killed the good and bad. So I couldn't afford for that to happen. So in the meantime, then I went to a party and learned about Juice Plus, and I started taking it, and within 3 weeks, I was feeling better. But within 6 weeks, I was really feeling better. I could get up. I didn't have the stomach ache. I didn't have the cramps. I didn't feel like I was going to throw up every time. So Juice Plus literally, I feel, has saved my life. I went to the gym today for the first time, and I can't even tell you how long. And I did really well. I was so proud of myself. And I just know it's because I'm doing right by my body by taking Juice Plus. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Thanks, Kathy. I love your story, and every story is a really special story. I just have to figure out how to get me up here. And so I really appreciate that. I'll show you very quickly what Juice Plus is. Some of you know, some of you might not know. So when we're talking about 30 fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule, we're talking about these 3 products. Let's see if I can get in front of the camera. Okay, so there's purple, and there's green, and there's red. And that's obvious. So you got fruits, you got veggies, you got berries. But the thing that's really interesting, and I'll tell you my story in a minute, but it carries a nutrition fact label on it. So that is not a supplement label. That shows that it's food. It's not taxed in Ohio because it's not a supplement. And then we talked about the omega. So this is the omega. This is the yummiest thing. Fish oil always I've just burped bad things. And it tastes like a dreamsicle, and that's kind of what it looks like. So that's that part. That's the micronutrition. And also the trio comes in a chew for kids. And we also have, if an adult takes Juice Plus, we have this program called the Family Healthy Starts program. And they can sponsor a child to get Juice Plus for free. We invest in that for those families. And then this is complete, okay? Comes in chocolate and vanilla, very yummy shakes. And when you look at that, it's also a nutrition fact label. And the best way to really look at it is here. It's 13 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber. And that's why it fills you up and keeps you going for a long time. So I'm going to share with you a little bit of my own personal story here. And yet before I do that, I just want to share with you who this company is. We're 50 years old. We're celebrating our 25th birthday. So if you are local, we are having a birthday party for Juice Plus next Tuesday at the Beaver Creek Golf Club. We'd love for you to join us. That's going to be a fun night. Corporate's coming for the party. And it's going to be amazing stories and just incredible people. So we're 50 years old and we have, I think, the best company in the world. I needed a community to get healthy in, and Juice Plus became that community for me. We're interested in healthy living. We do healthy giving. We sponsor the St. Jude's Marathon and have raised millions of dollars for them over the years. We also use Complete as a way to give away meals through the Volunteers of America, and we've put Tower Gardens. The goal is to have a Tower Garden in every Boys and Girls Club in this country. So it's always a privilege for me to share my story because I'm so grateful. I'm just grateful that somebody shared this information with me. And it was 12 years, it'll be 13 in August, that I flunked my mammogram. So I can tell you, I was not looking for a business. I was looking for hope, for health. And a friend reached out to me and shared this information, and I started taking it right away. And then when I got to the oncologist, I said, I've been taking this stuff. Can I take it during chemo? And she said, yeah, it'll fill in the nutritional gap for you. And I was thrilled because I was in Ohio State. I wanted that affirmation that I was doing the right thing. And I did well through that whole treatment process. I also don't ever want anybody else to have to go through that if I can help them prevent that. And I don't want to go through that again if I can help it. So my question at that time was, oh my gosh, like Nancy, I thought that research stuff was pretty cool. But I had a family with 3 adults living here. And I said, if you buy enough of this stuff, can you get a discount? And the answer was yes. So I became my own customer right away. And then my husband took a look at the marketing plan, and he got the idea that if I worked this a little bit, I could make sure we weren't really taking the expense of Juice Plus out of our family budget, but that I could contribute enough to our finances to pay for our product. And so it became something that I could retire into instead of out of. To be able to share this with people was like beyond my wildest dreams. But the biggest thing was somebody cared enough about me, and probably that could have been a little intimidating to reach out to somebody who had just been diagnosed with a very serious illness. And yet I feel like Kathy said, I feel like it saved my life. And I want to help other people save theirs. So I think what I'd like to do is get to the kind of through this a little bit to the point that we can turn off the recording and you can ask questions if you have some. What I want to say is that I've seen a lot in the last 12 years, and it's been really good stuff that I have seen. And so sometimes people will come on to a presentation like this, and they'll think, gosh, you know how you go to church and you think, oh, I wish my husband were here and could hear this sermon. And well, sometimes you go to a Juice Plus event and you're kind of wishing somebody was there hearing the same thing that you are. And so, but you know, some people are ready to take the next step. It might be they just want to learn more. Maybe they want to add Juice Plus to their diet. The cost of that is $2 or $3 a day. As we talked earlier, kids can get that free with the Family Health Study. And it's probably the simplest, most convenient, affordable way to get massive amounts of nutrition into busy families. I thought I ate healthy because I didn't eat bologna on white bread. And, you know, raising my family, 3 kids, I did organics as much as I was able to, but nobody told me about flooding my body with fruits and vegetables. So, and I talked to a person earlier today who said to me, I think I was, he had been diagnosed with cancer and treated. He said, I think it's because I didn't eat enough fruits and vegetables. And I said, well, I think that's probably the case for me too. And so if anything you heard tonight, you know, makes sense to you, we would love to help you. I would be totally remiss if I didn't share with you that we are looking for people to help us with the mission, because we can't be everywhere. And there are always people who are looking for solutions that anybody might know. For me, Juice Plus was my hope in a capsule for healing, but it turned into so much more. So some of the things I've seen, amazing changes in people's health. You know, I didn't even know Kathy Witt 4 months ago. And the fact that she showed up in my house one night for a crazy party that we women have. I'm actually having one on Thursday night. If anybody wants to come, you're welcome. It's called a super party. And she just sat there and her mouth dropped and she was like, oh my gosh, I've never heard of this before. And if you get to be involved in helping somebody get that kind of health change, that's really rewarding. But I've also seen parents gain financial peace of mind. They get to do mom and dad care instead of daycare. I've seen hardworking professionals gain the choice to build their own dreams instead of someone else's. I've seen college kids, this is really fun. They don't have to flip hamburgers. They can build a little side gig and help with their school expenses. And then I've seen empty nesters who are kind of like me and Kathy and some others increase their retirement income so that there's more to be able to enjoy and to give to future generations. And it all takes place inside of what we call our Juice Plus family. So there are lots of possibilities for you to plug into. if you're asking yourself, who do I know that needs to hear about this? We do this every Tuesday. I think we're doing it next Tuesday, except that in Dayton we have a live event. So we'll have to see if there's still a team that's not going to that will be available to do this. But a lot of people on the call tonight are from Dayton, and I'm hoping that we can take you as our guest because it's a free event for guests. We're glad to talk more, and I just want to thank you for taking time to be with us and let us share our stories and our lives with you. And I'm going to just turn off the recording so that